The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Fasting is a shield, so when one of you is fasting, he should not use foul language or behave ignorantly. If someone insults him or fights with him, let him say, 'I am fasting.'" Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. This powerful hadith shows that fasting in Ramadan is much more than staying away from food and drink. The Prophet, peace be upon him, described fasting as a shield. A shield is something that protects a person in battle. It stands between the person and harm. In the same way, fasting protects a believer from sin, bad behavior, and ultimately from punishment in the hereafter. When a Muslim fasts from dawn to sunset, they are not only controlling their hunger and thirst, they are also training their heart, tongue, and actions. The Prophet, peace be upon him, clearly warned against foul language and ignorant behavior. This includes lying, gossiping, arguing, insulting others, and losing control in anger. Ramadan is meant to purify a person's character. The instruction to say, "I am fasting," is very meaningful. Scholars explain that this phrase can be said out loud if someone is trying to start a fight. It reminds the other person that the fasting individual is committed to self-control. It can also be said quietly to oneself as a reminder. In either case, it helps stop anger before it turns into sin. In daily life, people face many situations that test their patience. Someone may insult them, criticize them unfairly, or try to provoke them. Normally, a person might react quickly with anger, but while fasting, the believer remembers that they are worshiping Allah. Their fast is an act of devotion, and they do not want to damage it with bad behavior. This awareness creates emotional discipline. There is another related hadith in which the Prophet, peace be upon him, said that whoever does not leave false speech and bad actions, Allah has no need for him to leave his food and drink. This shows that the real purpose of fasting is moral and spiritual growth. Hunger alone is not enough. The fast must change the way a person behaves. Fasting also builds sincerity. A person can secretly eat or drink when no one is watching, but a true believer does not, because they know Allah sees them. This strengthens their relationship with Allah and builds honesty. It teaches that faith is not about impressing people, but about pleasing the Creator. Calling fasting a shield also suggests long-term protection. When a Muslim practices patience and self-control for an entire month, these habits can continue after Ramadan ends. The goal is not temporary goodness, but lasting change. Ramadan becomes a training camp for the soul. This hadith highlights that Islam connects worship with character. Prayer, fasting, charity, and other acts of worship are meant to improve behavior. A person who fasts properly should become calmer, kinder, and more forgiving. In summary, when the Prophet, peace be upon him, said that fasting is a shield, he taught that Ramadan is a time of protection and transformation. It protects from sin, strengthens patience, and builds self-control. By avoiding foul language and anger, and by reminding oneself, "I am fasting," a believer guards both their fast and their heart.